Hi, Misha.
Is it okay if I do one more lap?
Yeah, if you want, one more lap, no problem.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much, because the tires are warm now and it's really good.
Three laps, 5 laps, no problem.
Okay, perfect. See you in a bit. Thank you. Bye-bye. Eccentric Vipperman. Jump. I need that picture. That was a lot of air. Good morning, comrades. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Nurburgring, and welcome to a video that I've been waiting and wanting. It's waiting probably to make for the last 3 years or 4 years, ever since this little nugget has been released and announced and came available and came into existence, the i20N. It was high on my wish list to drive the car. Asked Hyundai numerous times to get me one, please, pretty please. We'll see what we can do. They couldn't do anything. So luckily, however, Ozan here made it happen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We also tried to make it happen for the last 3 or 4 days, and then
lots of problems. You know?
there were lots of issues.
I was sick, Brock was
then your
sick,
friend was sick, and then
brake problems.
Exactly, you blew up your brakes actually.
Yeah, on track day.
Yeah, it's because you drove a full day of track day. So first of all, what we need to mention is that this car came all the way from Turkey, made 3,000 kilometers trip here, then did lots of TF laps, lots of track day laps, in total 30 laps.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see, the brakes are actually already, these are the new brakes, right?
Yeah, new brakes.
Yeah, the new brakes, however, with the stock pads. Yeah. So we already sent them a bit and they are getting a bit tired. The car was running RSL 29s first, right? The packets. Yeah. That would have been a lot more impressive and interesting for our purpose, but I also wanted to drive a stock car. This car is far from stock. It has, well, for now, stock brakes. It has Cup 2s. It has KWV4 Club Sport.
Club Sport V4.
Yeah. It
sway
also
bars.
Yes, sway bars. It also has bigger intercooler
And oil cooler.
and oil cooler. Yeah, oil cooler is very important. Intercooler, if you would run more power, but this is running stock power, and on top, therefore, actually the turbos pulls up maybe a bit slower. I must say, for me, it was good enough. So if it would have been even faster, it would have been even better. But I can imagine on a hot day, you want to keep on lapping and lapping and lapping. And this is what you want to do with this car, because I did one lap, and after that, I called Ozan like, and that never happened. So I'm like, can I please do one more, because this is so good. And because it took us like one lap to warm up the tires, because we're on Cup 2s. No, absolutely phenomenal car. I don't know what else to say. It's of course, its competitor would be like a Polo GTI or a Fiesta ST. Driven many Fiestas from the previous gen, also from the current gen, outgoing gen. This is a lot.
Also, there is no setup for KWs for Nurburgring.
Okay.
We just put the coilovers. Come here. No setup.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. What I really loved, of course, you have the auto rev match, but the driver position for such a small hatch is so good. You have all kinds of info dials. You will see it there that shows you the temperatures, the amount of torque that it's producing. The auto rev match I used, and it was very good. Ran fully zero traction control. The car allows a lot of playfulness, so you could do like lift off oversteer if you would have, for example, not Cup 2 but like 4S tires, because this now with lift off oversteer you do get the nose to rotate a bit, but the back end that doesn't step out. It was the case when the tires were cold, but such a playful machine. It's again, it's not a stock car, but I think you guys are watching to see what the cars can do eventually when they are modified. And
about 8 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
BTG.
Yeah.
I am not. I have only, I think, 50 laps in Nurburgring, but I do 8 and 15 or something like that. You know, in BTG.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You did it on the track day though. Yeah. So, but still, no, it's amazing. I mean, you guys, I can keep on raving about it. You enjoyed the lap. Thank you one more time, and thank you for a box of baklava that you brought me. That gave me lots of gains, lots of kilos, and therefore more mechanical grip on the car. So enjoy the lap. Have I ever been excited to go again? Nah, maybe I am right now. So quickly walk you through the settings. We have everything off. Hell is here? Someone lost a tissue or something. We have everything off. We are in Sport Plus mode, I guess. The only thing that's on is auto rev match, and it's really convenient. It's like, you know, some people say like, oh, why don't you use heel and toe? You should do rev match by yourself. I very modern cars, you're also still using traction control, you know. This is really convenient. And I found out that, oh yes, all the grip, that here we could actually maybe even take second gear through here. So much difference in comparison now that we have warm tires. Woohoo! Amazing. It's getting very foggy out here, so I hope that the track will stay open. You can still do lots of like lift off oversteer and let the car slide and dance. Like even my phone is getting out of my pocket. But since it's not my car, we're not gonna try anything stupid in terms of sliding and dancing. So convenient. Oh, please see me, notice me, witness me. Thank you, sorry. Woohoo! This is fantastic. At the first lap, I didn't know what to think of it because, oh yeah, I just lift off oversteer and let the car go in. Finally! I got to drive the i20N after like what, 3 years? After wanting to buy one as well. Then I didn't, because I rarely have time to drive my own cars, as you can see, but now with the GR86, let alone with anything else. But of course this car has different suspension, different exhaust, different intercooler, so it's not a complete fair comparison when it comes to what would be a stock car. This is so good, so good, so good. Just lift off oversteer, come on, come on, come on, grip. There we go. Amazing, 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 amazing. Love it. This is very handy to have outer advantage through this section. I think this is second gear, yes. Come on, slide. We'll have plenty of grip on the rear now. Yes! And first time we're hitting the rev limiter. So good, so good, so good, so good. Maybe fourth. What's the slogan of Hyundai N? Never just drive, just send it. Gear probably good enough for here. Come on, come on, come on. So early on the gas because you have not a lot of power and plenty of grip. And that's how hot hatches should be. I mean, it has a different exhaust with a OPF delete. So what I want to say is that emotion wise it may, we are in second, okay. What do you want? Emotion-wise, it may not be there on par with the Clio RS from the third generation, because you have, of course, a naturally aspirated screaming engine. But when it comes to performance, on-track performance, this handles significantly better. Of course, it costs a bit more, although Clios nowadays are actually quite expensive, probably. Is that a rotary? I'm never too confident with the brakes, since the car had an exploded brake disc and it just being replaced. Just taking it smoothly and easy. This part of the track, of course, is where it gets a bit boring, maybe, because the top speed is not as high as it would be on some other track. Thank you. Can even upshift, and we were doing like 180 speedometers or probably 170 GPS. Very comfortable speed. Obviously also very fast speed for what it is. Have you seen us? Yes, perfect. This could be even just lift them flat to a certain extent. Like here. Nice GT3 ahead of us. Maybe even an RS, at least the spoiler is. Really, really, really cool. I'm really enjoying this. I can go on for days with this car. Come on, Lotus! Here on top of hole 8. Hopefully they will not close the track. Leo, did you see me? Good enough. Eccentric Vipperman. Plenty of grip. Jump, jump, jump. Went a bit too hot in there. Come on, come on, come on. Perfect. Gearing also perfect, can keep it through third. Yes. This is phenomenal. This is so good. This is really, really good. Jump. I need that picture. That was a lot of air. That was lots and lots of air. Did you see me? Thank you. And this is the point where you get like just too overconfident with the car, and luckily we're coming towards the end of the lap. We're keeping it flat through Belfast. Come on, what are we? 5th gear. Remember having so much fun in a car in recent years, in a car of its class. This is why there is Hyundai taxi that you can book, and I always tell people this is the biggest bang for buck, because the way they drive those cars, they throw them around, is just like whoa. And so is this. Wow, now I feel very regretful that I didn't buy one back in the days. I still could do it, of course, especially since it's significantly more affordable than a GR86. But as mentioned, I don't get much time to drive my own car because I'm making a variety of content. But all I can say, if you're thinking of getting a hot hatch, this is it. Like, especially with just few mods, different suspension, brakes. Not sure if it has different brakes, just stock discs. But this was one of the highlights of the recent times. If Hyundai could have given me a car in the last 3 years that we've been trying to make happen, so much time in the making, and finally we made it. Well, that's amazing. And since it's a private car, it's not a Hyundai car, it's not an advertisement. But it could be one. But then it would be a very honest one. Whew. I need a drink. Water, because I'm sweating from excitement and adrenaline.